Too good to be true? No. Not in the NHL. No.
Then we beat you on your soil 4-1. We did it again.
All right, guys. Welcome to another episode, the last dual episode that we have with the team previews. After today, we will be going solo dolo, 3 teams a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and get to the finish line. As you can see, we got two. We got 4 here. Let's take one of the 4. Twist it the right way. You got to twist it the right way. That's what Mom always tells me. Vancouver Canucks. What's Vancouver doing this year? In my opinion, not much. They were so stinky last year. I'm lower on them than a lot of people, I think. Although I do like me some Petey. Young Petey. Love me some Petey. Frustrating team, under team. When 2 years ago they were flying around as an over team. That's what I can't get out of my brain, but I need to. The important thing about hockey gambling is you need to reset every year, but don't forget the important things that you got along the journey. And that's what these season previews are for. Jake DeBrusk, I saw a lot of him this year. We could use Jake DeBrusk. Dake DeBrust. We could use some Brock Besser. I thought Brock Besser was going to leave. They decided to extend him again. Kind of got the number he wanted. 8x8 maybe. I think that was it. 8 for $64 million. Brock Besser for 8 a year. It's fine. Some guy said he was getting 12 or 11 or 10. Yeah, right. Brock Besser's a goal scorer, though. So if Petey and DeBrusk can get it over to him, they're going to be fine. He had a bad year last year. They have Evander Kane, Hedl, Garland on the second line. That's a good second line. I love me some Connor Garland. I compare him a lot to Mason Marchment. But Connor Garland can get hot at the right time. He got hot last year. Hedl gets hot if he's not hurt. He came over from the New York Rangers last year. I was high on Philip Hedl. He just needs to stay healthy. No more concussions for Hedl, please. Evander Kane in practice. Do not give Hedl a concussion. Evander Kane might have a chip on his shoulder this year. Kind of bullshit how he left the Stanley Cup without shaking any hands. But that's what Evander Kane does. He's always in the news. He loves being in the news. Driving Lambos and Ferraris up to the Stanley Cup. Sick, dude. And then committing 6 penalties, being in the penalty box 6 times in the first 2 periods, and then getting benched for the rest of the game. I like a player that plays with a chip on his shoulder. He has to be disciplined, though. Hoglander's all right. Kiefer Sherwood's a stud. Columbus faithful. Shout out. Aturati. Cool name, dude. Hoglander and Sherwood, I look at as potential point scorers. But the guy really that everybody's focused on this year is Elias Pettersson. Young Petey! Young Petey. I made so much money on Young Petey, over 1.5 points. So I started mid-season the 1 year. We balled with him, and then he sucked. We balled with him for like a calendar year. So like the second half of the season, the 1 year in January to May, because they made the playoffs. And then he was all right to start that season. And then JT Miller thing came. I mean, it came out much later than it did, but something's going on with Petey. Ever since Petey got paid, maybe he maybe he let the foot off the gas a little bit. I don't know. But if Petey is focused and Petey is playing hard, Petey is unbelievable. He looks like he got cursed by like a witch or something. It's not even close to what I first set my eyes on when I saw this guy. So he's got to figure it out because he's got a top 3 defenseman in the league in Quinn Hughes. He's got Hronik. I'm a big fan of Hronik. You can get Hronik. I'm just going to call him Hronik now, but there's an H at the beginning. You can get Hronik at a good number, a lot of games, and he's very active when he's in. He'll put the puck on net whenever they pass back to the blue line, him and Quinny boy, back and forth. All you need is a second assist in this league. That's why it's the best sport to bet on. Instead, they might take our props away from Ohio, and if that's the case, then I'll say that pucks broke the books in Ohio. They got 2 more Petterssons on defense. Tyler Myers needs a shout out from me. He's a big body, solid player. In net, they got rid of Shelovs, but they believe in Demko. I don't. We'll have to see with the Canucks. Like I said, everybody else is high on them. Not Cody P, but we'll see, man. I mean, the Pacific, they're going to have LA, Vegas, Edmonton at the top for sure. But you got the Ducks there, the feisty Ducks. If the Sharks can turn the corner this year, the Flames had a good season last year. I'm not as high on them. But I put them near the bottom, to be honest. And maybe I'll be wrong. I've been wrong a few times. I've been right a lot. The second team we're going to talk about today is going to be the Boston Bruins. I'm getting that turn down finally. Bruins. Why did you trade Brad Marchand? I know you were trying to do him a favor, but why did you trade him? You gave him to Florida too, the best team in the league. The literally the one team where he's going to fit in the most. And then he threw you a big middle finger. Just kidding. I'm sure he's a classy guy. But inside, he threw you a big middle finger with that little celly tour he went on. That must have been a tough decision for them to do that. But things were spiraling in Boston. And they're going to continue to spiral because other than Pasta, I mean, this team used to have studs. Let's start with their defense. Let's do something different. Let's start with Boston's defense. They got Lindholm back there. They got Charlie McAvoy. Will they be ready to go at the beginning of the season? I don't know. They got Zadorov. They got Mason Lohrei. Those are good defensemen. Are they going to go back to that tough-ass Boston Bruins team identity? Back in the day, when I was a fan of Ottawa, just a young buck in high school, I was an Ottawa fan. My brother was a Ducks fan. And I remember they played in the Stanley Cup one year, and that was awesome. Quack, quack. I never wanted to see Boston in the playoffs. Any team that plays Boston, I said, be careful. Any team in the future, when they play Boston, I say, be careful, because they don't care. Will they get back to that without Brad Marchand? I mean, that's unbelievable. We got Mom. I'm on Do Not Disturb. We got Mom clicking the send anyway button. That's unbelievable. Double. That's fucking nuts, dude. Stay focused, pucks. I got that Boston grit in me right now, ready to hit somebody. Defense is good. Will the offense be able to perform enough, score enough goals for them to win a couple games? I don't know. I do like Elias Lindholm. Decent player. I do like me some Morgan Geekie. He had a great year last year. Had to double check. 56 points. All right, you're right, pucks. And then they got Pasta, the captain now. I think maybe they haven't named a captain yet, but Pasta will go the speed at Pasta wants to go because the sky's the limit for him. He's disgusting. Zaka and then 2 free agent pickups are guys that I really like. Middlestat and Arvidsson. Big fan of both of them. Maybe don't put them together. Maybe put them on separate lines, but I think those are good players, man. Casey Middlestat, he's one of my favorites. I'll always respect a Middlestat. He kind of got it going in Colorado last year, and then they ended up trading him, or maybe his contract ran out. I don't know. Same idea with Arvidsson in Edmonton. Arvidsson wasn't the worst guy. You know, he was bad at times, but it's tough to fit in our roster of all that talent. And he didn't work in Edmonton. Maybe a lesser team, a lesser talented group in Boston. He can kind of find a fit. Puck will be on his stick more, I'm sure. We'll see. I got my eye on him. They got some young guys coming up. Maybe Fraser Minton. I think he's a young guy. No need to talk about the rest. They do have Sean Corrali, who was a stud for, not a stud. I mean, relax, Pucks. Solid for Columbus last year. But I expect a lot of the same from Boston this year. They got a new coach. They did a complete 180. I mean, Swayman didn't sign until a week or two before the season and then had a dog shit year. He'll probably come back. I expect him to come back strongly. But other than that, no playoffs for you, Boston. No Jinx.
Too good to be true? No, not in the NHL. No.
Then we beat you on your soil